Millions of dollars in wasted taxpayer money. But, Chicago isn't the only city with a school system in trouble. But what's happening inside Chicago public schools should concern every parent in the entire nation. A new audit shows Chicago public schools burn through millions of taxpayer dollars on luxury travel while student scores collapse. And here's the part that should alarm every American. This same pattern is showing up in major school districts nationwide. And while classrooms struggle, administrators are flying first class, staying in resorts, and calling it professional development. And parents from coast to coast are asking the same question, like where is the money going and why aren't students getting results? And the cover up that they're doing, it's even worse. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Does the school district near you waste money the same way? I would love to cover it, but let me know in the comments, because if it can happen in Chicago, it can happen anywhere. Let's go ahead and dig in. My name is Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway, and I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. And Chicago Public Schools is facing major backlash tonight after a new audit exposed millions of taxpayer dollars spent on luxury travel while student performance keeps dropping. And parents say the district has completely lost its priorities. And guys, don't forget, we're a growing channel, and every like, comment, share, and subscription helps us grow. And this is a story every Chicago family deserves to see, and everybody around the nation. Check this out.
Expenses at the Chicago public school system. Among the findings, employees at the cash-strapped district spent millions on trips to Las Vegas and even overseas. What is up with this? Mike Tobin is live there in the Windy City. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Dana. The Inspector General took a look at the travel expenses of teachers and principals in the Chicago public school systems and concluded that when the bank accounts were fat with COVID money, the staff ran wild. As you mentioned, trips to Egypt, Finland, Hawaiian resorts, even went on a safari, and there was no oversight to stop them. The amount spent on travel in 2021 was $300,000. It jumped up in 2022 to $3.4 million, doubled in 2023, and kept getting bigger in 2024. The report concludes that more scrutiny was put to whether the expense paperwork was done correctly than whether the expenses were excessive. As a result, more than 90% of the traveling employees went over the allowable limits. Oftentimes, lodging and airfare was double the allowable rate. One of the reasons the trips were not rejected is that they were not asking for approval. Of 15 international trips noted by the Inspector General, 12 were never submitted for approval. And then we start seeing wildlife trips, balloon rides, staff staying extra days for personal reasons, and this in a school district that claims a $700 million budget hole.
We do need more special ed teachers, but if you can think about the fact that $7.7 million in wasted taxpayer money for balloon rides and looking at giraffes and elephants could have gone to hiring 100 of those special ed teachers. These are the questions that we need to be asking.
Upon release of the Inspector General's report, Chicago Public Schools froze all overnight travel.